There are things going on that you would not believe.
Your brain and what it can do is a gift. See how far it can take you.
You're not kids. Not here.
Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I'm the host, Nadia. Welcome back to Horror with Nads. Please do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and share out the stream. It is Thursday, so you know what that means. We are back at the Institute with episodes 6 and 7. We're so close to the end. I have a fantastic panel, so I'm going to bring up everybody right now. Let's go. So close to the end, and I saw Kyle go, yes!
That's a feeling I got from you. You're like, we're almost there. We're almost there.
What's up, everybody? How's it going?
Good.
Spectacular.
A lot better now.
That we're closer to the end? What's that about?
Yeah.
Definitely no season 2 in sight.
Good interpretation.
Definitely
like
no
that
season 2.
Yes. Well, I hope everybody's ready. We're going to be here for about 4 hours. So,
4.5. I think we
4.5, probably. Yeah. Audience members know. Sorry about not being here last week. Health issues, as always. That's my circle of my life. Sorry about that. So,
nothing to worry about.
Rachel, how are you?
I am well. I rewatched the episodes today because I'm
sorry.
Wanted to torture myself. So, I'm with everyone. There's little snippets where they may have gotten me, but overall, I'm ready for this to be done because they lost me again.
Really? You rewatched 2 episodes, 6 and 7?
Last 2.
Are you okay?
No. Sin, how are you?
Well, I'm better than Rachel because I saw Weapons again for the 3rd time today. I'm much, much better than Rachel.
That's a better deal.
It depends who you talk to.
I've seen it 3 times in the theater too. Real quick, and not to go off on a tangent, but do you feel it's getting better or worse with?
I always really liked it, and some of the issues that who was that guy? Leon, was that his name?
Yeah.
That he raised. Yeah. I can poke some holes in it because I think he kind of saw stuff. He read into certain things too much. It's not really backed up by what.
Well, that's Leon for you.
Yeah, I mean, I was like, and I was looking for those things too on the 2nd and 3rd watch. So yeah, I really enjoy this film.
Mm-hmm.
Leon put a 007 movie in the category of horror thriller for, I think it was 1985, and we were doing 1985 versus 2000. Just to let you guys know, 2001 in that category, but he decided not to put The Stuff, Fright Night, and there's a couple other movies, and I was like, what is wrong with you, Leon? So I was like, what is going on?
I'm just trying to make the leap from
you'll never
James
understand
Bond to horror. Okay,
because it's a thriller. Because it's a thriller. Because it's horror/thriller.
Oh, horror/thriller. Okay,
yeah.
Whatever. Didn't include Fright Night. Okay. All right.
The original Fright Night, by the way, not the remake, but yeah. How are you, Corey?
I'm doing phenomenal. Thank you very much for asking. I love the Good Guys jersey, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Yep. You got to show the Chucky off a little bit. So, no, very thankful you're still inviting me on. So, here we go.
Still going with that.
Kyle's like, oh, you're going with the old stick.
Second nature with him. He just can't shake it.
I'm still trying,
man. When you had the breakthrough of where you became really sarcastic when I was gone, you know.
You know, I try, and there's a relapse.
It's so ingrained. It's just going to take a bit.
Yeah.
We have to be patient.
Give me a little more time. Stick with me. I'll get through it.
Kyle, I know you're looking forward to this. How are you?
I need to take a smoke first.
Oh, you still want me to say something?
No, that's fine. Toxic, how are you?
It's as I said in the green room. It's been a day, but this is good. This is a good way to cap off the day. So I'm glad we're doing this, and I can vent a little bit. And I'm actually not gonna be too harsh with these episodes. Well, maybe 6, but 7's. I'm actually pretty happy, and I'm glad I'm glad you're doing okay, and glad Blue got to get on Open Bar.
Yeah.
Everybody should go subscribe. I bet he'll get another 300 subscribers off of that today. So good for him. I thought he made some good points. They talked a little bit about some of the stuff we've been talking about on other streams and stuff. So yeah, I mean, if this is how I end my day, then that's pretty cool.
It could be worse, right?
It could be a lot worse.
Yep.
You could be watching these episodes again for the second time.
And
I actually watched. I watched episode 7 twice. Full disclaimer. So
most of my questions are for toxic because they were regarding like the army and.
I thought you might.
See.
Well,
she was doing research.
Before we get into it, I do want to say hi to the chat. But before that, I do want to let everybody know who's watching, who does watch our streams and such. The finale is this Sunday, but we will be not talking about the finale next Thursday. We are taking the night off so that we can go enjoy some time over on our friend Off the Cover, Paul's channel, for his Thirsty Thursdays. We will be back on the 4th to finish this. So tune in then. So with that all out of the way. Okay. Oh, there is a poll going. Are you watching the show or are you just watching us talk about the show? I'm just curious.
I voted.
Huh. I know you did, Corey. You were the first one.
I know.
There is a super chat goal too.
And you're like, shut up, Corey. It's not for you.
Everybody knows, well, most people know, I have a big fear of aliens, big fear of the Greys. And for the next tier stream, where I have a bunch of panelists, we tier movies. We're doing aliens. We're going to be doing alien movies. I'm going to face my fear. But if I hit the chat goal, I'm going to do a watch party. So you can watch me literally poop my pants while I'm watching a movie.
So I will say I threw in the first.
I saw you did. That's what
the goal. Let's get there, because I also threw a goal in there for when you were freaking out about watching Final Destination Bloodlines. So I pitched in for that too, to make you watch that. So I want you to be tortured and see things that make you just scream and crawl and everything else. So
okay,
it's probably going to be
coming out.
He's really leaning into it. I shouldn't have said anything.
It's probably going to be.
You're a horror channel. You got to watch these things.
There you go.
On.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Yes.
No, I don't.
Wait, you've seen the Aliens movies? The Alien movies?
Xenomorphs are cool. Don't get me wrong. But I'm talking about like any alien movies that are more the uncanny aliens, like the Greys. So the movie that I picked that if I do hit this goal is going to be No One Will Save You, which is on Hulu. Which
okay.
I was told.
I don't know that one.
I saw that a few years ago.
I'll have to check that out.
I think I did a review for that as well.
Nadia, what was the other option in the category?
Werewolves.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I chose aliens just to subject you to it. So yeah.
I just want to say, and I'm going to put it on the record, I chose werewolves because I would like to be invited back to more streams. Thank you so much.
Yes, it's going to be aliens. So I think I'll have to face the one that probably triggered all this, which was, is it Close Encounters of the...
There's nothing scary. Yeah, there's nothing scary.
Yeah, but I saw it as a very small child. So that's probably what set everything
I mean,
off.
it's only like one shade away from E.T., that movie. So, I mean, that like it's really friendly. I think it's like PG even.
Oh, so then it won't be on the list then. The only other tier I will never do is spider movies. I will never do spider movies. I would have
Arachnophobia.
I need arachnophobia.
Never.
Eight-legged freaks.
No,
that's another one.
Never.
I love arachnophobia.
Wow.
You can take my comment down. I'm tired of seeing my face.
Lord of the Rings: Return of the King. That would be that would count too.
Oh yeah, what about?
No, not the beast! Not the beast! Ah! Oh, my eyes!
That's pretty much when people see my face on that.
Get out!
My eyes!
Yeah.
Arachnophobia and eight-legged freaks do that.
Nope.
Those two.
Nope.
Come on.
Nope. The super chat would have to be so big. Like it would have to
How
be so
big?
big.
You got to give a number.
How big?
How big does it need to be, Nadia?
$500. $500. I'm serious. $500.
Wait. You said two different numbers there. And they're way different.
$500.
You said 100, then you said 500.
No, $500
Oh,
to do
come on.
No, I'm serious.
Movie?
That is how I will spiders.
What
I
if
don't
you
do
had
spiders.
500 $1 super chats?
Sure.
Okay.
Like,
I was
Okay.
going to
not
ask, like,
not like
okay.
one super chat that's up, but I'm saying like I would have to put a super chat goal of like 500, and that's what we would have to hit.
Well,
for
shit,
me to do
Nadia?
that.
I'll
Yeah.
do
What about
20 on that one.
$100 for a scene involving spiders, like the one in
Absolutely.
Harry Potter?
Oh,
Why
in
you
the Chamber of Secrets.
Rachel,
ha-
listen,
or,
have you
have you
ever
ever
played
seen
the old N64 Legend of Zelda game? There's a part
Oh.
where you like
Oh, no,
walk
that
into
wasn't.
a tree and there's the spiders that drop in. I couldn't do that. I had to hand the controller over to my sister so she could. I don't do spiders.
Have you ever
Did
seen The
triggered by, like,
Beyond?
Indiana
Oh,
Jones,
wow.
the first Indiana
Okay.
Jones movie when it has little spiders all over him.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Why?
of course she's not gonna like that. They used actual real spiders, but maybe here's a loophole. Nadia, do you remember Lost in Space?
Ooh.
I've never seen it.
Lost in
Okay, well they have a
space.
kind of they're space spiders and they're partially metallic, so maybe
If it's got 8 legs, I'm out.
okay.
So what about? I was just talking about with some friends
We're
with.
gonna be talking about spiders all night.
I was talking about
Sorry, Tom.
Minority Report. Minority Report. And they have the
That's a good example
Do
too.
they?
Those are entirely electronic.
yes, yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Runaway 2, a movie with Tom Selleck and Gene Simmons and Kirstie
Oh
Alley
yeah, I forget about
as
that
those
one.
robot spiders.
What's up, deleted scenes? Sherry, I see you in there too. I'm just like, peepers, what's up? I see everybody. Thank you for the spiders.
Nice, deleted.
I love that.
Yeah, no, maybe
Now
maybe
Nadia
down
is
the line.
unsettled completely.
Because we have tarantulas out here, and we have tarantula hawks, which are wasps that basically hunt tarantulas. It's like I think the second most painful sting you can ever get. So I see those, so I'm like, if I see one of those, that means they're hunting a tarantula. What's up, Megan? Thank you. Nails.
Nails.
Yeah,
Nails.
kind of fucked up there, Megan. You might want to send a retraction.
Don't worry, I do that all the time.
Okay. As Toxic was saying, we're here to talk about, unfortunately, the Institute. So we're going to talk about
what
episode-
way to get the audience pumped up to talk about it, Nadia? Come
I'm
on,
pumped
let's
up.
go. Let's go.
Yes, talk about. I think they would prefer us talk about spider movies instead of the Institute, but here we are. So, episode 6, Run. As Tim's investigation pays off in ways he's never imagined, Sigsbee scrambles to avert disaster. Luke must finally decide who he can trust. So, let me pull up my notes. So, we have Luke's escape, Tim's investigation, the Institute's response, Marine's betrayal, and Luke meets Tim. So, what did we think initially of the episode 6?
Okay, my first question. How far can dogs smell? Like, shouldn't they be by the act? Like, when he was walking, shouldn't he have been by the actual fence? And then he walked past the fence, and shouldn't he have smelled Luke? Like, or did they just shoot that all wrong?
Was that the
That's a good
same area
question.
that he got out from? Where they
Yes, it
were
was
by?
the same area where he got out from. So he got out, and then like you can count up to like 15, and then you see the guard and the dog walk by. And
Well-
I'm like, he didn't smell him?
Dogs
Is
can
that
smell up to 12 miles.
Is that an area where the kids were allowed to be? Because if it was, then the dog
Well,
might not have
But that
noticed.
was the back half, right? And
I don't remember. Like when he escaped.
I think it was the back half. I think
Then
it was
what's
the back
dog
half.
smelling for?
Just they were doing their rounds. That's
Hey,
what
Trump
I'm
Daddy,
assuming,
what's
that
going on, man?
they were-
Hi, Trump Daddy.
I'm signing an executive order. Nadia must publicly address her arachnophobia.
Nice.
Absolutely not.
Nadia will officially address her worries and scares about. Why'd you just move us? That freaked me out. a
Because
little bit.
Toxic's off camera, so
Oh,
those
okay.
that are off camera, because I put my chat on the screen, so it doesn't go over your face. Since, yeah.
That's
So,
particular. I like
Oh,
that.
how nice.
I like that style.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
that was my
Thoughtful.
first question. So that was pretty much
Yeah,
it.
dogs can smell up to 20 miles. So the
But I think
episode
where
opens
he
with
where he escaped though, I don't think many kids were out in that area though, because that was the back half, right?
But weren't they
can't
wouldn't they
remember.
be patrolling the whole area? Wouldn't they have
Right,
didn't
but
they have
wouldn't
like a whole area that they would just like a circle around the institute that they would have to
I agree, but if kids
Perimeter
are
is
not
what we're
going
looking
out
for.
to that area, wouldn't the dog pick up a scent then if something
Exactly.
was around there?
That
Like,
was my point.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
no
like-
one goes out there.
like nobody goes out there. Like
We're
at
gonna
that
talk about
point,
dogs.
Is the
and
dog
smell
even
for the next
when
4
they
hours.
do their rounds? Is the dog even really
Rachel, I
supposed
think
to
I'm
be-
with you on what maybe I didn't say it well, but I think I'm with what you're saying there. But
I mean,
there's a couple
What did you
different
say, Sam?
factors.
I was
that-
just wondering, like when they're doing their rounds of the perimeter, is the dog really supposed to be on guard, smelling for the kids, or just looking for something going on
more
externally?
the second. More
well,
the second.
I think
thing.
either
Yeah.
one,
Yeah.
Yeah,
either
I mean,
one, something
yeah,
that's
I
not
mean,
just normal.
yeah.
So
Dogs.
Well, the smelling
they're
isn't
not-
essential because they're not trying to search for anyone, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they don't even know that they're supposed to be tracking. They're just doing perimeter.
well,
checks.
but
Mhm.
something
when they
that's not
smell
normal.
somebody in the perimeter, that means that they
Yes.
should go investigate.
Yes.
That's yeah.
Yes.
See, this is the problem with not having a logical person in the writing room. These are the problems that you
Yeah,
you
there's-
encounter.
Even
There's
a throwaway line could have been like, somebody could have said, "Look, why didn't the dog, key on him?" And someone could have said, "Well, because of blase, and come up with some
Mhm.
bullshit." I mean, and really, when they use dog sniffers in Iraq, and it, like they'd hit on a car that had nothing in it, like at least 40% of the time. I mean, they never keyed on a car that didn't have something. So I mean, at least that's something.
That's the
I mean,
point, though.
Yeah. But I mean, there's a bunch of different stuff. Like you can't bring them out when it's too wet. You can't bring them out when it's too hot. You can't bring them out when it's dark. You can't bring them out. I mean, it's just, it could have been addressed some kind of way. It's bad writing. I mean, 6 is certainly the weaker of these two. So, I mean, not really going to defend it much, but I mean, you could headcanon a little bit that, and there's always, you get lucky too. I mean, there's that. I've had dogs chasing after me and gotten lucky enough to, get away from them for a pretty extended period of time.
I like this aspect you brought up, Rachel. It actually could have been an additional scene that would explore how they do the operations at the Institute. It would make it interesting and layer and texture the storytelling.
Yeah, well, if we can talk about, I mean, I don't know how much you want to go into the book, but at this point in the book with this part of the story, they're experiencing a lot of problems with the security, and a lot, like they're losing people, and a lot of the security is getting degraded, and there's a lot of issues going on. And obviously his escape throws everything into chaos as well, because they didn't really plan on that being a potential, like a real serious potential threat. So, but yeah, I mean, and again, I don't know what they could have done. I mean, even a couple throwaway lines could have fixed this, but I mean, it is what it is. It's a weak episode.
Yeah. They're all weak episodes except for 7. And the only reason 7's good is because we're finally at the
Oh, sorry, I was
climax
clearing my
of
throat,
the
Nadia.
episodes. So I'm just saying.
I think
Just
Corey
saying.
wants to say something.
Even
Go
7
ahead, Corey.
has some issues.
No, we can keep going. I wouldn't say they're all weak episodes, but we'll keep going.
Is Stephen King sending you checks, Corey? What's
Yeah,
going on?
I'm making
What's
money.
going on?
Making bank.
Well,
on
the
this.
episode opens up with Luke in his escape plan, using scissors provided by Maureen as a conflicted staff member to dig a hole under the rotten fence in the back half's playground. He crawls through the gap, narrowly avoiding detection by night guards, crosses the river to freedom.
Oh, I have a note.
Yes, go for it.
He struggles to get past the fence when he goes under it, when all he needed to do, let's just say I know what it's like to crawl underneath a chain link fence, and all you need to do if you get stuck, like on a belt or your belt loops or whatever, just turn your body a little bit and shimmy on through there. He's like constantly going, It's like, dude, just like turn on over and just scoot yourself out. This kid's supposed to be really smart.
I know. He's already demonstrated he's not all.
Yeah.
Well,
that
there's book smart and
No.
there's street smart.
When the story calls for it, he's not smart like he should be.
Yeah.
So that was. Well, okay, so some issues I had with episode 6, some weird continuity issues with the way things were showing up. So, like, you know how Maureen was getting ready to leave for the day?
Mm-hmm.
And she was told to go to Stackhouse's office.
Mm-hmm.
Then the next thing we see, she's rolling her cart around like she's still working.
Yeah.
Like she's still on
weird.
duty.
Yeah.
And she goes in and she sees the video of Sigsbee and Stackhouse in another room talking about the scissors, whereas they had already been talking about the scissors in a previous room. It was just like, it was so weird. And then the whole setup for how Luke told what's his face, Tim, about Stackhouse, that was very weakly written. It was like he had to, well, that kid, you know, he looks so much like his mother. Now that's all I see is his mom whenever I see him. And I'm reminded of
Sin, come on.
Side note.
I see his
I like his mom.
Me too.
It's
I see the dad more.
I remember when this kid was born. I see his mom. Have you
were
guys
there.
But apparently you
No.
Sin was her nanny.
I birthed him. I birthed
remember
him.
I
know.
remember when he was born.
But his mom, I do not like.
I was the midwife.
Yeah.
And it was weird because it was like way back in the Sherlock days because
Well, it would be weird if you didn't like the mom.
His
and you did all
mom
that.
played on Sherlock as the Watson's
Rachel,
wife
I'm sorry.
in the show.
You don't want a water birth?
So he looks a lot like her. I see.
Okay.
her
Rachel's
I gotta
anyway.
look this up. I don't know who his mom
I have
is.
to look at a few. Yeah.
Yeah, she played.
Also
in the
confirm
Sherlock
that
show.
Sin was there as the midwife, please.
No, I did not
Google.
say that.
Please tell me if Sin was there
When he
for-
was,
I'll let
Yeah.
you know if IMDb has it in the notes.
And if they argued about whether it would be in water or
Right.
just let gravity take its course.
You know, that would
Might
be
be
actually pretty cool if
obscure.
Sin got
Yeah.
a IMDb credit for that.
it's
Some
just it's
obscure
weird seeing
article.
him now performing in the and I was telling my brother, I was like, you know, nepo babies, they happen in pretty much any profession, but when you can actually when there's actual talent behind it, I don't mind it so much. When there's not so much talent behind it, I do mind it. And he's kind of irritating me a little.
Yeah.
Because,
I will
you know,
say
the more I
7
see a film like Weapons, the more aggravated I am.
Oh yeah.
Kids in the
But I will say episode 7 is the best he's acted. The best. You know why? Because he has Ben Barnes to play off of, who's
Right.
probably gave him some tips and stuff.
I can
But
see
then-
that.
yeah.
I would say that acting is
Yeah.
not as apparent because of Prince Caspian.
I'm actually worried about Ben Barnes after episode 7 because I think he's probably gonna have to go to the doctor and get a hernia looked at because he's carrying this whole fucking show on his back.
Nice. I like that. No, but it's true. I say Prince Caspian. I mean, it's apropos, but
Yeah.
he is a good actor. Even though
He
I'm
put
saying
it out
he's
there.
Prince Caspian.
He wants to be casted as Sirius Black. For the
No,
Harry Potter series.
This is what he said. He said, if I'm cast, I don't know if I could because J.K. Rowling is so mean.
But to me, I read that
basically.
as like, hey,
Oh,
pay
he
attention
said
to me.
that?
I want to be casted. He's not going to turn that down.
If the paycheck is good enough,
He's
I'll
like,
put up
if
with a
I'm
mean
cast,
person.
I don't know
He's
if I
in this
He's not even
going
going to be there.
He put that out there. So it's like, okay, now we know where you are.
You know, in
All
a
right.
better, if we were reviewing a better show, all this fucking side talk shit would not be occurring so much.
Mhm.
Yeah, because we would be distracted by a good story.
Exactly.
Like the end of episode
I don't
6.
know. Toxic. We
Doesn't
go
she?
off the rail with Stranger Things too.
Yes.
So I don't know if
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you. I've been vindicated. She sees what I'm talking about.
Sin, we're not going to wind up finding
the
some
eyes.
obscure article from Entertainment Weekly from 15 years ago that says nanny fired by Martin Freeman's wife for some domestic abuse. And then we see like a snapshot of your picture and you're getting escorted off of the property. That's not a thing, is it? And
I
if it
wasn't
is,
living in England at the time, nor have I ever lived in England.
You know,
I thought you were going to imply something akin to the history that Arnold Schwarzenegger has with his
oh
maid. but,
no.
Oh,
I'm
Oh,
not
isn't
doing
it Jude
that.
Law too as well?
Think Jude Law as well.
I think
Yeah.
Jude Law.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Mhm.
And who's the who was in Heretic? Who was in Heretic?
Yes, Hugh Grant.
Hugh
Hugh
Grant.
granted something about nannies.
He cheated.
man.
I thought it was he just.
Oh, he just
cheated
went for
on
the
his-
prostitute.
Yeah, I thought it was that.
Oh, all right. Okay.
That's all. Like, don't give him
That's
all
all.
grief about that.
Exactly.
Yeah, leave him alone.
The show's trash.
Can a guy
Panel
be a
is
guy?
fire.
Zach's. Cheers.
Cheers.
Zach,
Thank you
I'm
so much.
totally joking too, by the way, before I get crucified.
Zach, I was telling everybody about Leon's 1985 choices last night. That's Zach's channel we were on. So appreciate it.
Impressive. Very nice.
It's very nice. Very nice. Okay. So Luke discards the scissors. How did you guys feel about how he escaped? I mean, I saw the cutting off the ear thing that was gonna that was coming.
Gross.
But how did you guys feel about the whole
Breakout.
Yeah. Going through.
Who do you want?
No.
To go first?
Okay. All right.
Rachel loved it.
I'll go last.
Chime in.
Well, the thing is that I don't want to spoil too much for Corey because he hasn't read the book, and I really want him to read the book. So I'm just
Forget Corey. Spoil the book.
It does.
Nadia says, "Screw Corey. Whatever you want to do it.
Yes.
Who cares about Corey?"
I mean,
Nadia just pulled out the Freddy
things-
knives.
Yikes. It does bear mentioning that, for anyone who hasn't read the source material, he doesn't go from like the woods to the town proper or just finds Ben in the woods. He goes on this huge freaking journey, Logan's Run journey of
A little bit of Odyssey there.
Yeah, going from like Maine down to South Carolina or North Carolina. Like he goes he goes on a trek. So I mean, it's like, and it's a big serious. So I mean, I don't know how I felt. To be fair, when I read that, I was like, yeah, I don't think he could have pulled this off. But I mean, I don't know. When you juxtapose it against the bad writing of this show, I mean, I'm certainly glad in this show that they didn't wind up doing that, because they definitely could not have written that correctly. They barely managed this, and quite frankly, they didn't. So trying to come up with a whole, keeping really the whole thing, it would be crazy if they tried to do it the way the book did it. I mean, so, I don't know how I really feel about it. It's weird. But I mean, it's completely like off the books, pun intended. So,
this is like a speed run of the books. This is like a speed run.
It's like a speed run. Plus it's like, as if they like cut out huge portions and stapled it together. And made it like, you know what I mean? Like it just completely, which sometimes that works, like sometimes you don't need, like you watch something like Shogun or freaking Lord of the Rings even, sometimes you can have, a bunch of meandering plot stuff, like stuff that's in a book just is not going to translate well. I've said that before and I'll say it again, but I mean, at the same time, it's just like, I don't know that it's supposed to have been like a huge plot point of him. Anyway, I'll get to that when we get to the final episode and Nadia lets me indulge the whole book versus movie thing. I'll have these more tightened up in comparison. But I mean, this is a huge departure from the source material.
Megan meant to say, I wish Luke tripped on the stones.
Yikes.
Well, he was doing a real great job escaping and just like leaving the area by making as much sound as he could in that water. Like he might as well started shouting like Marco Polo.
Yeah. What did you think of his escape,
Corey? He's muted.
Corey.
Yourself,
Corey.
Who'd you ask? I thought you said Rach.
Asked you. I said
I thought you said Rach.
Oh, he's playing hard to get.
Yeah, I know you.
He's changing his tune now.
No, my dog was barking, and I thought you said Rach, so I was like muted for a second. So, could you repeat the question, please?
What did you think of his escape?
It was a little clumsy. Let's say clumsy.
It was
okay.
Yeah.
Finally.
I was like, bah.
Some acknowledgement.
We agree.
It was clumsy the way they handled
it. He openly
that.
acknowledged that it's not perfect.
I've always
like it as much as
I just dislike it so much. But.
I wrote a note of like, why didn't he take the scissors with him?
Exactly. I'll say that for sure too. Like when he tossed them aside, you don't know what you're going to run into when you go out there.
Exactly.
Like I honestly thought the same thing. I'm like, you have something that could be a potential weapon. Sorry, my dog is barking.
You're fine.
Weapon that could protect you. Like he just tosses it to the side. I did not understand
they had
that at all.
to make the people find it.
I know, because later it
was
comes
a
into
dumb,
play.
weak way, yeah.
Right, but I was like, if I was him, you have something that you could defend yourself with. Like,
right. But, and you know how easy that would have been to fix? They could have had him like trying to like hurry up and like leave and then like go to stick it in his pocket like he was
and drop it or something.
And then just drop it.
Yeah.
His hands are bloody and shaking. It was so easy to fix.
Or somebody's almost there and he's got to get out and the fence catches it and it drops on the ground and he's got to get out of there. But that would be so much better, Toxic. Completely. Like I could see that. Like he's hurrying, he's rushed, he's frantic. Somebody's almost there, gonna catch him, and the fence catches it and he drops it and he's like, I gotta leave it, I gotta get out of here. But that he just like tosses it in the show. So I'll agree with that 100%. That did not make sense to me.
It's the same sort of dumb thing that people do in horror movies when they've just stabbed the bad guy or shot the bad guy, and then they throw the weapon to the ground.
We're good.
Oh, why are you doing this?
Yeah.
This is so true. Yep.
No, stab him a couple more times.
They should come up with a name for that. They should honestly have a term.
It's a trope now, I swear.
They
But
should
it
have
does need a name.
Yeah, like the weapon tossing trope.
No, we're good.
Not Chekhov's gun.
Yeah,
How
we're
do you
good.
How do you guys feel about the fact that Tim pretty much believed him, or at least sensed that something was going on when they finally met at the Red Steps?
I don't have an issue with that.
I don't either.
They set it up because of Annie that he was already
Yep.
halfway there believing.
Yeah,
And with his mom, is it his mom too? I think he's leaning into believing people that people disbelieve.
Yeah.
So
No, that seemed pretty logical.
Yeah,
Okay.
he went on that journey train and didn't stop believing.
How do we feel about
don't
Maureen's sacrifice?
stop believing. Sorry if you get the copyright strike.
Okay.
See, that's why I said the joke.
I mean, it was obviously we knew it was going to happen.
Yeah.
I didn't, you know.
It was very weird to almost highlight her as a hero in episode 7 when they were doing her little voiceover of, oh, I'm a bad person, but we all are. I'm like, okay, we have not spent any time really with this character building any kind of emotional attachment to this character. Why are you trying to do it at the last minute when she died?
Because she's dead now.
I just don't care. I just don't care. But then again, I think Ripley should have left Newt behind. So
I was just gonna say that.
Up?
I literally was just gonna say that. And I'm glad you said it.
Any favors?
Oh,
You're a monster, Nadia. You are a monster.
Hashtag leave Newt behind.
I have like a chat with a bunch of people who love like the Alien franchise and Predator, and I dropped it in the chat. I was like, oh, so why?
I'm actually kind of mad you stole that from me because I wanted to throw that out there, and you were like, you said it already. I'm like, damn it, I couldn't even say it.
I dropped it in
kids
the chat
need to
saying,
get into shape. Come to Nadia's Day.
Yeah. Apparently, I will not be asked to babysit children at this point. So, you know what? I'm gonna call him out. Zach's just DM'd me and he said, "Seriously, Nadia, this panel is really cooks. Great chemistry. Everybody, pat yourself on the back."
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's because of Corey. He's
it's
he's
100%
adapting and becoming a little more. He's bringing some edge.
He's the heart of this channel.
I have the edge. If I'm the edge, we're in trouble.
Oh, this is a good question. I don't remember. Rachel Toxic, was Maureen military?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, she was.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I think it would have been better if they build up the relationship.
Didn't I say that on a previous stream? Or did I not say that on a previous stream? Or
no,
oh,
I think we've always discussed the fact that Luke in the book always helped her with like her finances and trying to get out of debt and such. So that and establish that relationship. Here, I feel like it's just like, oh, don't I remind you of your son? Like, would your son want? Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And Mega brought up a good point from before too. He sneaks off at night and then meets up with Tim and it's morning. having rewatched this for the second time today, I literally was like, wait a second. He got off the phone with Wendy. She's like screaming at him, I need my car in an hour, is what she said. And then all of a sudden it's like night and he's still going. And then it's now daytime. And I'm like, that was
I'll tell you why that happened.
An hour.
They shot that scene.
Daylight savings time.
And they are like, hey, we're already here. We're going to shoot this scene already.
It's a likelihood. But in the show itself, Tim is Prince Caspian is an inconsiderate asshole because he took that chick's car, Wendy's car, and she needed it within an hour to get to work, and he doesn't fucking care. He's like, oh, yeah, all right. Click, and then morning comes.
Yep.
Also, by the way, he is extremely loud in the woods as well.
Yeah.
His ringer's on. Do 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 do. You know, call back to the early 2000s, and yeah, he just answers full blast. Hello, hi, Wendy. Yeah, I got you, Kai. I'm not bringing you back though.
How did they find me?
I
actually thought that too with some of those spots.
What do we think of them?
Where is discretion? Like it's so simple. It doesn't cost anything. Who is directing this?
They probably cut corners. They probably didn't hire like continuity people. Like they probably didn't hire individuals that are supposed to watch this stuff and watch out for it on set.
Yeah, but it should also be in the script. Tim speaks succinctly.
I don't know about the
under
writers.
his breath while on the phone.
I'm sorry I put you guys through this. I promise you, Welcome to Gary will not be the same.
I'm actually not.
I know it won't, because
I don't feel so bad as everybody else does. I'll say that right now. But
I'm in between Corey and the rest of you guys. Like yeah.
But I do have the audiobook queued up on my Libby app.
You know what? You should listen to it this week.
I'm going to listen to it after. I want to get through this. I want to get through the.
Yeah, there's another episode.
Yep.
Yeah, you should listen to it until the finale of the book. You should just listen to it up to a point, and then
I want to get through the show first, and then I don't want any distraction from my. I don't know. I want to hit this first, and now I want to do the audiobook after. And I might come back and be like, you guys were completely correct, and I hate the show, whatever. But I want them separate. I don't know if that sounds, you know what I mean?
No, I do the same way with books and sources. Like I'm reading The Long Walk right now, and then gonna see.
Me too, by the way.
I read Clown in the Cornfield over the weekend before it released to go see the movie. So I'm the same way. I do have Have you ever read it? I'm curious, or listened?
I have not read it or listened to it. No.
I've read it 3 times. Listen to the audiobook. It's creepy as shit. They put sound effects.
It is.
Who narrated it? Who did it?
Give me, fuck. I feel like it was a woman.
If I'm going to do it though, it's going to be an audiobook because that's the quickest way for me to get through it. I'll admit that. So.
Because I have a feeling they probably redid it.
Steven Weber.
Oh, he's so good. Yeah.
I recognize that name. Hold on, let me look.
You don't know who Steven Weber is?
Wings?
That's right. Him? That's who I'm thinking.
Yeah.
The guy from Wings?
Also he was.
Yeah.
What was he in Wings?
He was the younger brother, the one that was getting in all the trouble all the time. That wasn't Tim Daly.
Oh,
I old.
That's awesome. No, I love that show.
Steven Weber was also in he was in 13 Reasons Why, and he was in the redo in 96 redo with Rebecca De Mornay of The Shining.
Yeah,
that tried to be more closer to.
Oh, okay. I know exactly who you're talking about now. Sorry, I'm bad with names.
And he had a pretty cool death in Single White Female. Pretty awesome.
Oh, was that
He got a Hummer, and then he got a heel. The
high heel. Yeah, I almost thought about doing Sin. We should do a episode of like some live stream where people are damaged by footwear.
That would be. I'd have to do some deep research on that.
Yeah.
There's an Austin Powers.
I haven't seen that.
Oh.
What did we think of the meetup with Kate?
With who?
The reporter.
Kate the Great.
The reporter.
Yeah.
The
NPC that just doesn't mean anything.
A complaint I have about episode 7 ties into the events that happened in this episode. Where he magically broke the branch at the exact right time he needed to, and it knocked her down and she fell. I guess she got killed.
So up to this point in the episode, Luke has escaped and he's met up with Tim. Luke still thinks Maureen is alive, so he's supposed to meet her at the Red Steps. They head over there. Instead, it's Kate, because during that time in the Institute, Stackhouse figured out there's mischief happening, chaos happening, and they're putting things together. So Kate is the person who killed Annie. 100%. It's the person who killed Annie. And who else did
killed the girl in the first episode? That killing scene shocked me. I was not prepared for that.
No, that was good. Yeah, that was good. I'll say this. I don't know who this
that was one of the
actress
first things I wrote down. Did not see that kill coming. That was the very first note I wrote down for this show.
I don't know who this actress is, but she does a good job of playing a wolf in sheep's clothing.
I know I've seen her before.
Yeah,
you may have, but I don't recognize her from anything else.
Yeah, I think just desserts, I guess, right? With the branch taking her out and then making her fall over the side of the short cliff and hitting her head, and I guess that's it. They're just going to leave the body in the river.
Yeah, the thing about the way they do violence in the lower budget versions of King's work, it always seems very abrupt. It's not well edited. It doesn't come across
clunky.
It's clunky. Yeah, it's probably the best word I could describe for it. That's everything from like Langoliers to the 94 version of The Stand. It's just really not, it's not choreographed well. It doesn't come across, especially when you juxtapose it against the more polished violence of like Dolores Claiborne, Green Mile, The Stand, or not The Stand, Shawshank Redemption, like that shit. Even Stand By Me, they just don't block well. It comes across as like there's this really cringe scene in 94 The Stand when Stu escapes and he shoots the guy trying to hold him in there, the doctor trying to hold him in there. It looks so clunky and just not done right. And I remember watching it and just going, this looks bad. They just basically like threw blood on the wall, didn't even make it look like he shot him. Like it looked like a soap opera murder, something you see on daytime TV. It's just really never done well. I don't know why that is. It's very odd to me.
Yeah, I don't know if it's because they can't figure out how to write how King describes his horror in his books onto screen, or they're just lazy. More than likely, they're probably lazy.
I mean, it seems to be like there's no middle ground, isn't there? It's almost like you have like these gold standards of like the ones that I mentioned, and then you have the shitty ones. They're just like really bad. Like there's no real middle one. I mean, I guess you could maybe get me to argue some of the set pieces in the Dark Tower are good, but I mean that I can't really defend that because it's like that was trying to like lump 7 or 8 books into one 2-hour movie, which is weird. But I mean, it did look good.
That movie was bad, not because it's based off Dark Tower. I mean, it was bad because with the source, it didn't do the source justice. But it was bad because it was a bad movie.
No, it was.
It was a really
I mean,
bad movie.
they have like this really epic. I was gonna do and I may still do this. I'm gonna do a video of great scenes and bad movies. Like they have like one good scene and an overall shit film, and there's a gunfight scene near the third act of the Dark Tower with Roland trying to rescue the kid, and it's a bomb ass scene in that. But I mean, yeah, the rest of the movie's shit as far as that goes.
Kind of like The Hobbit, Riddles in the Dark scene is a great fucking scene.
With the movie.
Never seen it.
Remade Gossip Girl? When did they remake Gossip Girl?
They made Gossip Girl a
couple
while
times
back. Yeah.
Well, her name is Kate. Her name is Jordan Alexander, and she was just in 22 episodes of the Gossip Girl, but it was from 2021 to 2023.
Yeah,
that must be the one that is Blake Lively in that.
Yeah,
that's
Well,
and there was that the original.
Yeah.
Okay, there was that Deadpool reference to
Max original.
Yeah, they remade it. Yeah,
they
rebooted or whatever.
Kate the Great is like, I try to put myself in some of these situations, and I like, I'd be like, if would I be able to see through her? Like, could I look through her and see?
You'd see tits, and you'd be like, you're done.
Yikes!
Yeah, you'd see the cornrows.
Kryptonite.
No.
Superman is down.
Toxic loves women of color, so don't worry. She'd see
hey, listen, all colors. Hey, listen, we're all the same color when the lights are off, baby. It's all good.
Oh yeah, that's right. Brown chicken, brown cow.
So what episode are we on right now?
We're almost done with 6.
I'm going to answer Megan's question. They kind of
yes.
jammed the phone sometime between 6 and 7.
Don't they
So, yeah, it's
reference
like this
something about it?
Yeah.
ongoing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's a
and
real
then-
thing too.
Kate.
That can be done. So I mean, for anyone going, oh, that's just not believable. That's the thing that can be done. It can be done pretty easily.
Oh yeah, that I did
yeah.
not have any second thought about that. Like
Anybody's thoughts? I wanted to the scene where he when he does get a little bit of a signal and he pulls up on his phone and he sees that the parents are married and Ben decides before he does
Murdered.
anything he just hugs the kid. I thought that was pretty cool. That was good.
That's good acting. That's
Mhm.
like that's the thing. He carries his this, especially episode 7. Ben Barnes carries the entire episode, the entire way, and the kid acts well because he has somebody to bounce off. It's similar to The Last of Us with season 2. You get Bella Ramsey, but she does pretty well when she has Pedro Pascal to bounce off. Say what you will about the guy, but he's been in the industry for a long time, and he is a good actor for when he's casted properly. But when they killed him off, sorry for spoilers, she had carried the show by herself.
I haven't watched that yet. What?
Sorry, you haven't obviously played the game either. But she.
I
had to
played
carry
the
whole
game, but I
show.
didn't watch the show. I didn't know if there.
There's only
The
2
second
good episodes
game
in
is when
season
they
2.
go.
It's episode 1 and episode 1 and 2. There's 3. Episode 1 and 2 because he's in it, and episode 6 because we get a flashback of it. Otherwise, she can't carry she's not a seasoned actor. So similar to this kid. This whole time, I'm like, this kid can't act. But as soon as he's around Ben Barnes, maybe he gave him tips or was helping him. Like, no,
I mean, that
do it
does
this way.
happen. Yeah, that does happen.
But
so.
I think even performing around other people that are better than you is a benefit. Yeah, like sports or any, like growing up. Not that I was anything great, but like playing in sports, you got somebody that's better than you that's playing on your same team. Like you watch them, you try to get up to their level too. So I think there's definitely something with that. If you're in a scene. I'm not an actor, so I can't say anything. But if you're in a scene with somebody that's better than you, sometimes you play up to the level of the person that's across from you.
Yeah,
and if they're willing to give you advice too,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
help you out,
help with direction.
Yeah.
It's the same. It's the same thing in the stuff that we do, like the audiobooks that I work
Kyle
on.
doesn't agree.
We'll have voice actors that come in. We'll have voice actors that come in and they just do voices, and maybe they'll do what we call a recorded session, which is it's live, it's online, they're being directed. But the moment they get something to do it all by themselves, they can't necessarily carry it. It's just like they can't do it in their brain or whatever, they need some sort of feedback live while they're performing.
That's why I
Kyle,
personally love
feedback?
to live stream. I used to do recorded videos when I first started this channel, and I got feedback like you're dull, like you have no energy. And it's because I don't have anybody to kind of feedback off of. I do better when I have other people to have discussions with, or I have a chat to interact with, versus just recording videos and just talking to a camera. I just can't seem to find the energy or the pace. And plus I suck at editing. So done with that.
I've slowed down on the amount of videos that I've made this year because of the lack of passion or opinion that I have about a lot of movies that I've seen this year. Because a movie can get me started, the videos that I do have on my channel get me there. And you see this with this show, even though I don't like it, but I can tell you and get worked up about it because of the egregious nature of the creative directions that they made here,
Yeah.
So I could love a movie and I could, heavily dislike something. It'll get me passionate about it in an almost equally manner. But if it's something that's middle of the road and I'm just meh, I don't even bother. That's why you haven't seen as many videos on my channel about the movies that have come out.
There hasn't been anything really great. I mean, I say this. I know Toxic. I know Sinners. Oh, he left. So, okay, never mind. There hasn't been really like a punch to the gut movie. Like there have been good movies this year, but I have not had a movie yet that has just like I'm thinking about it.
I have.
Time. Which one?
Better
Oh,
Man is
Eden.
my number one. The Life of
Was
Chuck.
that this year?
Finn, this came out like
Warfare.
This year.
came out
This
a year and a half
this
ago.
Year.
No,
This
it
year.
didn't. Yeah, this
Better-
year.
Those all came in
Better
this
Man
year.
came out last year.
Better Man,
no.
Better Man would have been the other
Better
year.
Man was officially
Man is-
released here in the U.S. in
January.
2025.
Oh,
January.
okay.
So I'll agree. I love that one.
And
And
that's
Life
when I
of
saw
Chuck,
it.
I already
Life of
pre-ordered the physical release of
Warfare?
That one too,
Life of Chuck.
Warfare.
Warfare, I haven't not seen that yet.
No,
I don't
didn't see
watch
it
war
either.
movies, but maybe I'll give it a try. I don't
I'm
know.
not huge into war movies either, but this one was very well done.
That's one I heard
different.
it's very good, but I don't know if that would be one I could rewatch. So like I don't know if
Yeah.
I'll rent it, kind of a thing. But
Mm-hmm.
nothing against it. But there's like some movies that are great movies, but I don't see myself rewatching it, and I might not buy it to
I've
have
seen
it on
it
the show.
twice. I
Like,
saw it
to me,
twice on
last
the
year-
But you know what I'm
Nosferatu-
saying though? Like
Nosferatu punched me in the I was like amazed by it.
Nosferatu
Maybe
is
because of the
very
visual.
good. Yes.
I got to
think
rewatch that. I
Frankenstein
fell
is going
asleep
to do
during
that
it.
for me this year because I'm
What is?
more of
Oh,
a
Frankenstein.
Frankenstein.
Yeah, and now
Yeah.
we've got word that it
Ooh.
is coming to the big screen for a little bit.
Yes.
I'm buying tickets as soon as go. Niet also agrees with me that Ripley should have left Newt behind. So I'm just saying he does agree with me on that. Putting it out there.
You should
okay,
start a
back-
petition.
No, I'm
it's
just
gonna be my
saying
first
your
shirt.
next
It's
shirt,
gonna be my
the
first
shirt
shirt.
you put on your merch
Yeah.
is #leave Newt behind.
But leave Newt behind. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Don't ask me to babysit your kids. Okay. So while this is happening, I feel Sigsbee and Stackhouse are slow to realize Luke's escape. He leaves his little like tracker underneath his bed, showing that he's like sleeping. They do check on the their like system, and they see all the kids there, and he's there, but they're slow to realize it too. I feel like the whole side story of Stackhouse trying to with Dr. Hendrickson, right? I think
Hendrickson, yeah.
trying to work with together behind Sigsbee's back to get Luke to a certain point kind of fell to the wayside.
Yeah.
It's just nothing manifests from it at all.
Yeah.
Right? Like they don't, like as soon as Luke escaped, they're like, whatever. Let's just, get this going.
I feel like they keep talking about it because they just, I don't know how, as fast as they're going to have some sort of like epilogue where it's like, see, we've been talking about these PCs. This is what we meant.
Yeah.
This is what they do. Here's a picture of one. Please give us a season 2. Like,
Yeah.
I just.
They're not having a season 2.
Well,
No, they're not having a season 2.
Don't give them any ideas.
But the
Yeah.
thing I always like go back to too is if this is such a significant thing, saving the world or protecting the country or whatever, for what's going on, it just seems pretty haphazard. Like with the security, the things they have in place. I don't know.
I feel like
Sorry.
we're not learning why they have the kids doing this. They're not really giving.
But
you
even
the
that,
reason
like
to
if
do
it's
it.
that big of a deal, like we kind of learn early, like later in that last episode, like how big of a deal they think this is, like saving the world kind of a thing. And that's all the security that they have at this. And this is what's keeping the world going. That's one thing I'm like,
And that's the big
That's the
problem,
only
I
thing,
think.
Corey.
yeah, that's the only thing.
In
That
the
and
TV
I didn't
show-
like that they got cigarettes out of the machine at the thing too. Those two
In the
things.
TV show, I think they're trying to focus more on the PC track and not explaining it, whereas the book, they focus more on the kids, and you understand the security is around the kids. Here, they try to make it seem like they're saving the world, and the security on the kids is not really like that important because we're just going to use them up like ants. But
Yeah.
so, yeah, I mean, they just didn't think it through. No, the story, whoever storyboarded this out did not think this through.
Should we get into episode 7, the finale? I feel like 6 is just a dud, right?
I have a question before.
Go
Toxic. Would Maureen
Is he
have
back?
turned? Oh, is he back?
Oh, he stepped away.
No, I didn't know he stepped away. Oh, apologies. Never mind. I just wanted to know if Maureen turned that black and blue like that quickly. Like I feel like
I was wondering that as
Wow.
well.
Oh, okay. So there.
Depends on how long she was hanging there.
Oh, okay.
Did y'all notice too that they messed up on showing her head to the side, and then in another shot it was to the other side?
No,
and
I
also
didn't
that
see
her skin
Again, great
had, like,
direction in this show.
like a weird texture on her skin.
Emmy worthy.
Almost.
It was modelly, but it looked textured.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. Ugh, I didn't like it. All right.
They did her bad in that one though. One dude's trying to pick her up, and he's like, "Cut her off, quick! She's got a load in her pants."
Got a load in her pants.
And I'm like, "Come on!"
Lovely image, yeah.
It's
very
like,
necessary.
wow, they like did
They'll
not
pay
give her-
attention to those details, but not the necessary stuff.
No, but I'm just saying
around
they
the
just
Institute.
did her dirty on that one.
Yeah. Did anyone notice that after Kate died, they pick up her cell phone and she has a background that has the logo of the Institute on it. Very discreet, very fucking discreet for someone who's undercover. Yeah,
I know, I
just
forgot
brilliant,
that.
just brilliant stuff.
Wouldn't the security team watching the monitors not Sigsbee? Wouldn't they have a security team watching the monitors, not Sigsbee? Yeah. Apparently, these kids are not that valuable. It's the same issue with like I have a little bit with Alien Earth. You have this multi-million-dollar company who's about to
Don't give away too much. I haven't watched it yet.
Okay, I'm sorry, but they're about to reveal that they created immortality, and they have these synthetics, and they're just gonna send them out. Just send them out for a rescue mission with nothing else. Okay, cool. All right. Episode 7 is Hide. Luke and Tim go on a desperate search for help as Sigsbee uses all her formidable assets in a last-ditch attempt to keep the Institute a secret. Because she says if she can't do this, they're all fucked, pretty much. Which was interesting comment. All right, let's go. So key plot points. Maureen's video and the Institute purpose. So that opens up with Maureen. What did we think of that? The whole like sneaking the phone in the pocket and then walking around and seeing it.
Yeah.
Did we feel anything?
It was okay.
It was okay.
There's some of the shots they showed from that later that I'm like, she's not just laying in a bed with that, but like it was like aiming around at things, and I'm like, she wasn't. Anyway, sorry. I'll stop.
I know it would have looked more Paranormal Activity-ish if it was just flopping around in her like front shirt and moving and stuff like that. You wouldn't have like a nice pan to the left and pan to the right. So
thank you, Rachel, for rescuing me on that one. But you know what I'm saying though? Like it just didn't look like I got abducted and I got
the benefit of watching the show twice.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, wait, I'm confused what you're talking about, Corey. What do you mean?
The thumb drive video.
Yeah, it was from her phone.
Yeah, and she had the hole in her shirt.
Yeah.
So there's like a point where she's getting rolled through the back half, and there's like shots where it's like kind of cutting back and forth, and I'm like, she wouldn't be able to do that.
Wait, she's getting rolled through? Wait, I think
she's rolling her cart through.
There you
go.
When she's alive.
Okay, sorry, but whatever.
The camera's POV.
Like, wait, what? Yeah.
He's saying it looks too clean.
Rachel.
Yeah, too clean.
Help me.
Professional. No, I thought you were talking about when she was dead, and I was like, I don't think so. Yeah. I'm confused.
Right.
Okay,
right.
I
That's what
gotcha.
I picked up on.
The shots were not like it did not fit with what was going on at the time.
With what you knew, how you knew the camera was placed, it wouldn't look as nice, of course.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, if you got jugs like that, that phone's not going to be moving. That spoon's going to be moving around a lot. Okay.
That's what would happen with me. I mean, come on.
At the police station, Tim and Chief Ashworth.
No. Stick with Assworth. That tripped you up so much. Your camera.
We go from T to A. Come on, let's
I have
go.
a question.
Sid dropped C last time, so
I did not. Y'all just have dirty minds. Carry on.
Hold on. Before you get to that.
Okay. Hold on.
No, I really want to talk about that.
Okay. There was a comment that was made in the car. They're talking, they're driving Sigsbee and the crew or whatever, and the girl in the back makes some sort of like, well, their army, and so she's like, well, what does that mean? And I was like, yeah, what does that mean? She like tried to put a dig on the army as if they're not smart, and I was like, I gotta ask Toxic this because I don't understand that dig at all. Because then she's like, I understand. My father has PhD and
Well,
3
she was coming
doctorates
back
or whatever.
at her, you know, like in other words, these army people, they're not stupid. My dad had, you know,
That's how I
took
took
a little
it.
bit of
That's
offense
how I-
at it.
Yeah.
That's how I
Yeah,
took
she was,
it.
she was coming to the defense of him
Yep,
being in the military.
that's how I
Yeah.
took it as well.
Mhm.
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah.
because I heard it as like, well, yeah, I understand.
No, she was
Like,
kind of slapping back.
Yeah.
saying
because like
Yeah.
her dad has like Alzheimer's now,
Mhm.
and so I was thinking, oh, she meant they decline no matter what. But okay, now I get it.
Also,
That's
I
how
thought
I
it's
took
weird that the storyline of her like hurting herself and just maybe expanding a little bit more on her character
didn't go
completely
anywhere.
dropped as well. Yeah,
Mhm.
it dropped as well.
Yep.
So
we haven't seen that
so-
since about the second episode or
Are
something.
you ready, Rachel?
Early on.
Rachel, are you ready?
Oh,
You know what I
yes.
All right, go ahead, Rachel.
They promised us the magic, but it all feels fake. We're going to cancel Disney Plus for fuck's sake.
Yeah. I like that rhyme.
Very
I love
good.
You have a way better voice than I do. I couldn't do
I
that.
joked
Thank
with
you.
Kyle that Maureen is old and she accidentally filming her boobs instead of everything she sees. That's
Oh
pretty
yeah,
good.
and then I did have a response to that you would just see this giant hair just growing from her giant black hair.
I was on Box Office last night and we were talking about Barbarian and he brought up the fact that in Barbarian there's the bottle that the mother like feeds, but there's like a hair on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Similar to that. So Tim and Chief watch the video. They're stunned by the Institute atrocities, and I think it also brings up another moment where Ben Barnes or Prince Caspian. Why can't I say that?
Prince Caspian.
Yeah, hugs
You got it.
Tim, or not hugs him, but looks at Luke too. Like Ben Barnes can act. He can act.
Oh,
If he
yeah,
puts his
he can
mind
act.
to it. And I saw the emotion in his face that he's like, oh my God, this kid has been through all of this. Like, this is what they're doing to there. And he definitely carried the episode. You know what? This is the first episode I was completely immersed in this entire series.
Because it feels
I
like
didn't-
there's more at stake. Like you definitely do feel a little bit more invested. I had 3 issues with this episode.
Okay.
One ties around to what I mentioned about episode 6, you know, where he could tell that the fake reporter chick, he could tell she was truthful, but then he could tell she wasn't being truthful. But yet he didn't pick up on that with the officer that was about ready to shoot how come he didn't notice this? Why didn't he notice or say anything? Then another thing.
He's still learning his powers. Come
No,
on.
that was weird.
He's still learning.
That's like one of his sort of he's got whatever. I don't know. Like he knew it very quickly with the girl, but he never picked up on it at all with it. Whatever. I was like, no, this is a problem. Then when he was Tim asked him, can you get the paperclip? He's like, well, I have to be upset or angry. It's like, you're handcuffed, about ready to be handed back. Are you not upset?
And he just witnessed a full-grown man get shot and killed on the spot.
And what do you think is going to happen to you, maybe, in just a little bit?
Hold
I
up
thought
with
that
me.
too.
And then the other complaint I had, and I'm sure there's probably more as we discussed, the other complaint I had when they were hiding in the little hidey hole in the shop, and the woman comes in there and walks over top of the rug, it makes a sound not like a normal floor.
Douche.
Yeah, why didn't
I agree.
The sound design is just ridiculous.
Yeah, you hear like the hollow, like tonk, tonk, tonk.
Oh,
Yeah.
it sounds hollow
Yeah,
underneath my
those-
There's
it
nothing
bothered me.
underneath that rug.
Yeah, it bothered me.
Yeah,
Those
no,
are
I
my
see
3
that too.
primary complaints. I did like the episode as a whole, but those were just like, oof, it's not
Did
holding
anybody who did not read the books, or I don't even know if this is because it's been a while, anybody see that Drew was going to betray everybody?
Not until
Another
a
cop?
little bit when he started to question his boss a second time. I'm like, oh, okay, this guy, something's going to happen with this
soon as
guy.
he walked in,
He's
I was like,
probably a
50
mole
eyes.
too.
Well,
Yeah.
there was the dude that made the phone call and then he disappeared.
Right.
How are you muted again?
Who's muted?
I don't know.
Oh.
I can't unmute you because you chose to mute yourself, Toxic.
Oh, maybe he stepped
So-
away again.
Yeah.
No, it
You
was,
muted
it was me. I accidentally clicked it. I'm sorry. I clicked it.
You're good. You're good.
He's still with us.
Yeah.
Still here.
I don't know what I was saying.
I think some of
Wow.
these nitpick,
The
I
guy.
think these small problems that this episode has, as opposed to it being good overall, because it is good overall, just wants to remind
is.
us. They want to remind us, like, listen, okay, this is going to be a better episode, but this show is still shit. We want you to remember that. Like when he racks the shotgun and no shell pops out when he racks the shotgun after he
I saw that too.
Oh, brother. That's so easy. That was such an easy
Well, he was in a tense situation too, and there's even when he threw out a shot, he took a second, like more than a second before he racked it again. I'm like, if you're in a tense situation, you wouldn't be like waiting around to throw the next one in.
No, they're always bad about shotguns in movies and TV shows because it's.
But you know what I'm saying though? Like
no, yeah, facts. They're always bad about that because they want to use the racking of the shotgun to pinpoint a moment or emphasize a point with something. So they want to have that the racking of the shotgun for that point.
Yeah.
And I get it, but yeah, anyone who's any kind of qualified ever used one, like as soon as you have an empty, you
don't wait around. It's like it's done and you rack that quick after that. I was still waiting for that. Okay, I'm blanking on her name now. That was the other police officer. Kate.
Wendy?
Yes. No, Wendy.
Wendy. Yes. Sorry. I was waiting for her to turn at some point in this episode.
Turn?
I was waiting for her to be
betray
a bad person. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No.
The guy that called it in disappeared. The guy that called it in didn't even stick around. Like, nowhere to be found when they called it in.
The goofy guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I agree with you, Corey. I was expecting it too. When
there was just a couple little things that I was just like, oh, is she gonna be like some mole?
I wonder it's because of her acting. She was just a little too melodramatic. At one point when Luke and Tim walk into her house, I think it's her house, she gives this reaction of just, it's like, it's just like, it's so theater-esque. I didn't believe it.
I'm not saying I could do it better, but I was just waiting at some point for it to be like, she's like, I gotcha, kind of a thing.
No, I mean, her delivery of some lines had me giggling today. It really is like, who's this? It's like, what? Whoa.
It's like community theater acting.
I've known him for 20 years. I can't just, what? Are you serious right now? This is
we
crazy.
Grew up together.
Yeah.
We grew up
There's
together.
no way he could be a bad guy.
Yeah, then Tim comes into Wendy. He shot and killed your chief. Do you get it?
But I grew up with him.
Yeah, exactly. That's
the
response. Apparently,
I also
that doesn't matter.
The Halloween Spirit Store FBI jackets that 60 was wearing.
No. They're official.
Yeah,
they got
actually,
FBI jackets.
Yeah,
but
so
the
they
thing
must
is,
be.
An FBI jacket didn't she doesn't act like an FBI agent. Like as soon as she walked into Wendy's house, she was just like very rude to her. I think she
snooping around
That's actually pretty accurate. Actually,
is it?
I like the fact that at this point, like she just doesn't even give a shit because the horses have bolted the barn so much and things are getting so out of control. She's just like, listen, I'm gonna put this jacket on to kind of have a cover, but at the end of the day, I got a couple guys with machine guns and I got inside guys and. I don't even give a shit at this point.
And I think at this point too, she knows if she messes up, she's dead, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
Like caution is thrown to the wind at this point.
I was curious, do you guys think that she believes the things that she's saying to like get herself at, like not the cover stuff, but the stuff when she's like when it's all like laid out there?
No.
And
I think she initially believed it when she was probably first involved in this, but I think over time, and I think that's where the self-injury,
yes,
I wish they expand a little bit more, comes from. I think she just is now so numb to it that she doesn't really think they're making a difference. But she knows.
This is the major plot hole with that. Let's assume that everything she's saying is true to a point. Let's assume that they do have precogs who can pull a Christopher Walken and see that Martin Sheen's going to blow up the world in 30 years. Let's assume that for a second, okay? Let's assume that that's true. There's no need to burn these little psychic kids out and use them up in like a one shot, one kill thing, and then turn them into gorks, as they call them. There's no need. If they knew that so-and-so was going to become a terror or something like that, they could just as easily send in SEAL Team 6 or a drone or do a million other, or do a quiet assassination or something like that. There's no need to do this stuff with the kids. It adds this extra layer of bullshit to like the whole thing. Like there's no need for that.
It just complicates the whole situation. You're having so many bodies involved in this,
but maybe
political
also
intrigue. It's unnecessary.
Maybe they're saying there's these kids that they take out of their situation in undercover, whatever, like whatever story they play out, that they get them and they don't have men and women in uniforms getting killed because of it, but they're willing to sacrifice those kids,
they're pretty willing to sacrifice people in uniforms.
I understand that, but if they can do this and it doesn't get on the
just think
nighttime
of all the
news,
collateral. Think of all the collateral. You've got missing kids, and then other kids wondering why those kids are missing. Then you've got people wondering where the parents went. Why did this happen? And then you've got all this different, controversies happening. Like, it just seems like so needlessly complicated.
But we're also talking about a story with people with this TC and TK abilities too, it's kind of taking it out of reality, maybe a little bit, or a lot of
I would almost add what you're saying, Toxic, to the book as well. I mean, it seems like King was like, I want to write a book about MK Ultra and then kids, and that's about it, and just doesn't go into the point.
But see, when he did it right, and I agree, but like when he did it with like Firestarter, when he did that, it's because she was so freaking powerful, she could conceivably like crack the Earth's core once she got to her ultimate thing and stuff like that. These kids barely got enough to like make water move around. They have to be like mainlined into this, what do they call it? The train and the sparkles and all that kind of stuff. They got to be doped up and all put their power together. And, at least with the other stories, like the gunslinger stories in the Dark Tower, they have the kids used as breakers to shut down. Sorry if none of you guys have read that or know anything about that, but they use all the psychic kids as like breakers to break the tower down because they collectively need to, or something like that for that. But like for this, it's just almost just like I could see getting the psychic people to be like, hey, John Smith that just ran for Democratic Congress, he's gonna be president in 6 years, and so okay, cool, let's go send a hit team and like take him out, or have him crash his car somewhere, or have him get shot at a rally, except not miss.
Didn't the Dead Zone do this?
Yeah, that's what I said. That's when I said Christopher Walken seeing Martin Sheen. Yeah, that's the Dead Zone. But yeah, I mean, that's like, I get that part actually I can get behind, but using these low level TK and TP kids in order to now I could write a much better story saying in their search to find the next great precog, that those tests that they do on them burn them out, and then they wind up tipping them over, as they call it in Firestarter, something like that. But I mean, whatever, dude, it just seemed like needlessly done.
But that gives us a good
concept. Sorry, no, I was going to say they introduce concepts that they don't even explain, stuff that's not in the book. Like they've mentioned keyholes. I'm still like, what do you mean by keyholes? We have one episode left, and even I don't know what that means. Are you just talking about?
And you read the book too, right?
And I read the book because that's not in the book. So it's like, I think I know what they're trying to say with the keyhole. It's like they have this small window of time, but yet they don't explain it. And
no, I know.
It's so bad.
That game brings up a good point. I don't think I watched the full episode with Drew. Did Drew mess up and was not able to shoot the robber? No. He got there after the robbers left, I believe. And
yes, it was after.
Tim basically scared Tim basically scared the robbers off.
So before that brings us to a good segue of what you're saying, Toxic. While this is all happening, we're going back to the Institute with Avery. So Avery is a very strong, is it TP or T? I don't know. Anyway, one of them, TP or telekinetic, not telekinetic, both. He's both. He's pretty much strong to both. Yeah. And Stackhouse and Hendricks wants to basically speed up the process to get him to the back half. Hendricks realizing that if they put Avery in the back half, it's like unlimited power because of how strong he is. They have never seen somebody this strong before. What did we think of the pressure scene where they were trying to get him to, and then he explodes the case?
Probably the best acting he's done so far, if I'm being honest.
Yeah. I was
Wanna
thinking
why?
the same thing when I watched it.
Because he wasn't talking.
Yeah.
Kyle. Because he wasn't talking. But I think it's weird. I was so immersed in the whole Tim and Luke issue with their escape plan and how they're going to beat it. And then it's so jarring. We go right back to the Institute with Avery.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, man, I would have rather just like forget that.
Get back to the other, yeah.
Yeah, just focus on this storyline. And then with the finale, then you can kind of go back because they're probably going to be heading back to the Institute more than less to save his friends. So might as well just save all that for the next episode. But again,
I really wonder, are they going to diverge that far from the source material?
So
they're not gonna do what they sorry, Rachel. I highly doubt, and I don't want to screw it for Corey, but I highly doubt they're going to do what the ending of the book is. So
100%. Okay, so they won't do 100% of what the book is, but I did see the trailer, and there is a small piece from the book that I did see in the trailer, and I was surprised they were going to do it. So this is why I'm extremely curious as to what route they're going on.
I don't want to give this show any credit, but I will say this. If you had asked me 10 years ago what book is the most unfilmable of Stephen King, I'd have said The Long Walk. And I said, if they do it, they'll do a watered down version of it. And after watching that clip that I watched today that I was recommended, I was like, okay, so they are not watering it down.
But that's one clip though. That's one extreme clip to get you interested. Is that going to be the entire movie?
Nadia, half glass half full or half empty?
Not completely empty. I don't know.
Come on, half full. Half full. Come on.
No, completely.
Be positive.
Empty.
I want you. I want to see positive Nadia.
Nope.
Let's go.
Nope.
I mean, let's be Corey. Let's be honest. No matter what happens, okay, so this is the penultimate episode, right? And then the next one is the finale. Right?
We only got one more on this.
Yep. Yeah, that's it.
More.
Yeah.
So this is the penultimate episode, and it's arguably a good one. But let's assume for a second that the next one is just a banger. Let's just assume that. Let's give it all the kind of credit, and the next one is a banger. Even if it is, it's not going to make up for the previous several weeks of a shit show. You know what I mean? Even if it's the best of the best, it's not going to make up for that.
I'm not saying it's like absolutely great, but I honestly am not as down on it as everybody.
I'm not trying to
Corey,
be.
Well, that's the first I've heard of this.
Anything.
Shut up, Kyle.
Like, I don't know what to tell. Corey, do you not like anything? Is there anything you don't like?
I don't like negativity, Nadia.
Oh,
no, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
But Corey, here's the thing: you can't manufacture positivity. It's
no. There's things I don't like, but honestly, I'm not saying it's perfect, and the acting definitely is not perfect. But I'm not as down on it as.
Hey, as long as it's coming from a genuine place.
It is. Okay, cool. Kyle's questioning it, but it's okay.
Because it's so obvious, you know?
No, but
the stuff in the show.
You know what? I admire your positivity. I admire it.
We'll see what I think after I honestly, I haven't lined up to listen to the audiobook after this.
Sure.
So, I mean, and I'm going to wait until after the final episode. I'll listen to that, and maybe I'll be completely flipped around if I don't have that background. You know, like if I hear that audiobook and I'm like, oh gosh, they went way off track on this one, or they did that wrong. I'll be the first to admit it, but I'm going to wait until the last episode, and I haven't lined up to listen to it.
Corey, I want to have you back on because I want to do a good show with you. I want to do like
because I've been making them bad.
Maybe
no, because you like
hold on a second. Hold on a second.
She means like
you're going to be like really positive about the show, but when it comes to yourself, You're self-deprecating.
Yeah, I know, right?
Can we discuss that a little? Examine that a little bit right there,
that
huh?
out a little bit?
Yeah.
Now you have 4
me being
people
from
coming down.
Iowa, I guess.
Corey, I wanna like talk about like I don't know
Something
Haunting
that's
of Hill House or like
something
Midnight
that's
Mass.
good. Yeah.
Like,
Oof,
something that's
Midnight
good.
Mass.
Midnight Mass would be
like
great.
Alien.
I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it.
You
I'll
haven't
do
seen
that.
Midnight Mass?
Nope.
Oh,
Okay,
cool.
that's it. We're Sin. Are you in? Are you in?
Oh,
Sin?
I would not mind
Midnight
rewatching this.
Mass.
I loved
Okay.
that show.
Yeah.
How great would it? How
Love-
great would it be if Corey binges Midnight Mass and he comes back going,
And he hates it.
"What's
Hates
with all
it.
the freaking?" What's
No,
with all
but
the
here's the thing. He
freaking
wouldn't tell
monologue?
you. Corey's not
No,
gonna tell you.
I honestly
He's
would
not gonna
tell you.
if he didn't
If I
like
did
it.
not like something, I would honestly tell you if I did not like
He's
it.
like, "There's so
Maybe
many."
so.
Maybe I'm more leaning more
Oh,
positive
it's
than
Flanagan.
some people, but I would honestly say
Have you
I
not
have
seen
been
it, Rachel?
I have not.
I'm not either. I'm not either.
Bro, I've been
Such a
wanting to
good
talk
show.
about this show because it is, especially somebody who's grown up Catholic and is Catholic, it hits in different ways. Like
Yes.
there's certain beats
The
of
acting
it.
is
It's just,
top tier. The visual
So,
effects are
so
amazing.
good.
I think
Yeah.
it's his best show
Great.
ever he's put out.
Love
Out of
it.
all of them.
Plot,
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Plot
better
makes
than the
sense.
house one that he did because
I
loved
haven't
the
I
seen
house.
love-
those others.
Better.
I haven't seen
I
the
love-
the Hill House and the other one yet. I've
Oh,
heard
okay.
that's
I've
really
only
good.
seen Hill
Idea.
House.
Idea
Okay.
for this group.
Okay.
Corey, you're
Sidetrack.
Kyle, you're invited as well. Toxic, if you guys want to join. But we should do
Kyle's like, do I have to be?
Flanagan like a Flanagan show rewatch, like a retro watch.
Oh,
of, like,
yeah,
the
yeah.
show.
I love
Yeah.
Flanagan stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I know. Life of Chuck. Except for that. That doesn't
Well,
get involved,
yeah,
but-
We
Sin,
need to
I'm
make
with
your
you.
Careful. I enjoyed that one.
Have you seen it, Rachel?
It's the same.
Yes, and I read the
It's
book.
so
yes.
good.
It was
Corey.
so
It's the
good.
same director.
Yeah. Yeah,
For
Mike
Midnight
Flanagan. Yep.
My only issue is they moved the actual scene where they described from Boylston Street in Boston, where I literally like grew up, to like where they filmed it, and I was like,
Oh
that's
my
not
God.
Boston,
My
but
only
I
issue with
understand.
that was boring. That was my only issue.
Rachel, that's a wicked pissa right there. Those
Yeah.
cocksuckers should not have done that.
I haven't said wicked yet, so I haven't gotten upset.
That's a wicked pissa. All right, all right.
We know you're mad when you throw the wicket out.
Yeah, when
Okay.
I throw wicked out.
Okay, I'll
yeah.
know that. I'll keep track.
Midnight Mass, man. Oh, now I want to.
No, I haven't seen that one.
I think that was
Yeah.
the first Flanagan show that I watched, and I remember
Really?
watching it. Yeah, I was at this asthma clinic that I go to like for
Mm-hmm.
drug studies, but at the time they just hired me to sit there at night and be there because they had patients doing overnight stuff. So to pass the time, I watched Midnight Mass in the middle of the night.
And this
Nice.
this is kind of relatable because Flanagan does Stephen King's adaptions. So this is
Yeah.
relatable.
He's
Yeah,
done
there's-
arguably the best.
Well,
and
Life
most-
of Chuck,
He could
wasn't
have
it?
done a good job
Dr.
with
Sleep.
this.
Yeah.
Life of
Yeah.
Chuck, Dr.
Dr.
Sleep.
Sleep.
Yeah.
Sleep is so good. It's one of my favorite
I
movies.
stand on the fact that Dr. Sleep was almost impossible to do. It was a difficult write, but it was way harder
Midnight.
to concoct as a movie because he managed to tie up the original movie from Kubrick, the book
took elements from both.
King,
And the book.
and the Dr. Sleep itself.
He
and
wove it
managed to
together.
Wove it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was. I mean, just
So
really
well.
brilliant.
It-
Brilliant.
Dr. Sleep made me appreciate The Shining more
Mm.
because I was never
Yeah.
super huge into The Shining, but Dr.
Same.
Sleep is like the perfect companion to it. Love that
Same.
movie.
I haven't
you
watched
ever
Doctor Sleep
seen-
yet, and I haven't sit back there.
Have you ever seen The Shining that King did himself? The mini series.
Yes, unfortunately.
that he did.
Steven Weber.
No, I haven't.
You
Toxic.
should. It's pretty bad. You should.
Oh,
It's bad.
gosh.
It's like
bad.
laughably bad. It's
yeah.
bad.
Okay.
Megan, I think you mean the Midnight Society Club, where it was
Yeah.
about like terminal kids. Yeah, that's probably his.
I haven't
worst
seen
one.
that.
I couldn't even finish that one. I was just out.
Yeah, I stopped
like
too.
yeah.
I stopped in the
everything
middle of it.
But everything else he's done for Netflix, the Haunting of Hill House, Bly Manor, maybe a lot of people didn't like because it was the second one after Haunting of Hill House. They were expecting something a little bit more scary. It's more of a love story, kind of gothic tale. I would say it relates a little bit more to that versus Haunting. I think Haunting of Hill House is a great way of showing stages of grief throughout. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, we'll talk backstage. We'll figure it
The
out.
Usher.
Well, yeah,
Usher
yeah, because
show,
I
yeah.
prefer Hill House over Midnight Mass, even though I like it. But there are aspects to Hill House that connect with me more, and
I think Hill House
I
is
can tell
better.
you
I agree.
it
I think
backstage.
Hill House
Yeah.
is a better series, but I will say I prefer vampire stories to ghost stories. So make of that what you will. So
You just dropped a spoiler.
really,
Yes.
Yes.
Is that
if you haven't seen Midnight Mass, that is a spoiler.
it is.
Major spoiler.
I
Yes.
have not seen Midnight.
Yeah,
Mass
because
yet.
not everybody's seen that.
But the
Don't worry,
picture,
we'll forget
the
about it
picture's
in
on
like
the
24
cover.
hours.
but the pictures
I
on the
haven't
cover.
seen the cover, and I did not know going into it when I watched it
Oh,
what was
well.
up.
I'm kidding. It's not a vampire story. It's a Catholic.
No, by the
Catholic,
time we get around
abuse
to
story.
it,
It's a Catholic
by the
abuse
time
story.
Corey,
I
and
won't
get around
remember.
to it, we won't remember.
We'll talk backstage. We'll figure out a plan, like in what order we'll do them. Even the Midnight Society, maybe. We'll see. Okay, let's get back to the Institute so we can wrap this episode up.
Kyle
we
wants to
get
talk about this
notes.
longer, so please
Just-
drag it out.
No, I was reacting to the Midnight Society.
Oh,
thing.
okay.
All right.
Was it? I'm really surprised, and I know they moved the chief's body out into the hallway or something, but I would assume you would at least try to go get the flash drive.
Yeah,
Yep.
Yeah, you talking about the bad guys?
yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
it's like
even
time.
the
They
the
didn't even
boy
know that.
Tim and
Luke.
Luke,
I thought he was
They
going
didn't
to try
have
to pull
time.
it back.
They didn't have time. They just got out, and then they split. They didn't have time to
Well,
go get
just
the flash
because
drive.
they have this cop on the inside doesn't mean he's a good operator, especially under pressure. I'd be willing to bet the chief is the first person he's killed. And
With the way he acted, yes, I would agree.
Yeah.
with that
Yeah.
Yeah,
completely.
Megan
Yeah.
brought up a good point to it. She said, I love the scene with Drew and the captain. Drew says something to the fact, I just shot the captain. I worked with him for years and I've known you for 2 months. When
That
he
was
had
a
Yeah,
good
that's
line.
exactly what I was going to say, and she and I talked about that. His moment in there, the way the actor performs it, is very natural, dark comedy. So I've known the captain this long, and you think
What do you think
I've
I
known
do to
you
you?
for a few months?
Yeah.
Months, yeah.
What, he's kind of stumbling on his words. It was so well acted in that way. Very rare moment in the show where it just very nicely done.
With the paperclip thing, though, I thought Luke was going to try to do something for that USB drive. Like, he
Yeah.
was moving I was waiting for him to do something to try to, because he's like, oh, it's in his pocket, and try to pull it back, kind of a thing. But
That whole
Also, the
paperclip
bad
scene,
guys
I
didn't find it either. The bad guys didn't go searching. They didn't
didn't
look
search.
for it. There's nothing. Like nobody
it's like
has
he-
it. 'cause
he
it's
never
still on the
told them.
sheet. Yeah.
And he saw the chief put it in his pocket. You'd think he would
Mhm.
remember.
Right.
Did Drew is the deputy,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
was he there and aware that the drive existed?
I don't
Yeah, he
think
saw
so.
him.
He
Yes.
saw it. He had it in his
Well,
hand, and Drew
he
saw
saw-
him put it in his pocket. He just doesn't know what it's. What
And I
what
thought the
exactly
captain
it is.
didn't the captain
Oh.
reference it though specifically in front
Yeah.
of him? Like this is
This has to be walked in. Like, yeah,
Then that
Yeah.
should have been a point that he brought up. Like, there was something that they leaked, and we need to find it. Yada yada.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
they
Not
end up
that
at
good.
Wendy's place. First, they go to the gas station that Tim saved the clerk from, and the guy, like, it's like, hey, you saved my life. I'm going to save yours in this sense.
MVP.
Sin talked about like they hit him in a storage underground
Yeah, it's a little
storage
storage
dungeon.
room. Yeah.
Mhm.
Little storage room.
But with I was the same way. I'm like, she's gonna find them. She's gonna walk over this, and she's gonna hear that dun dun, like the
Yeah.
seal
Well,
of it.
you
Nothing.
do hear the different footsteps when she goes over it. I'll agree with that.
Yeah.
Like, and
She was
if
just
she's
cracking like
a
Sour
true
Patch Kids.
operator, she would have been like, this is different than what I've just been walking on, kind of a thing. But
Well, they all gave themselves looks throughout that scene, like they knew the clerk was lying. So it was pretty good. build of
they would have
tension
questioned anything that did seemed off, probably.
Yeah.
So.
Guy thought he's like, oh, I saw them. He's quick on his feet too. I saw them. They left. They took sandwiches and drinks and they left. A Dodge Charger. Okay.
Well, I appreciated this convenience store clerk to say that he wants to help them. I'll help you. And then they ask him, "Do you have a car? Do you have a cell phone?" No, I don't have any of those. Okay.
his
Phone doesn't
phone
work.
wasn't working.
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause they-
Oh, that's
yeah.
right, because they were jamming and everything.
Yes.
Yep.
Right.
That's
right.
right.
By the way, why didn't the Sigsbee and crew bring somebody, one of the kids, to help them find Tim and
I mean, that's a little more believable on that. I get what you're saying, and I could see how that could be beneficial, but they've already lost one kid and potential information has been leaked. They're definitely not going to bring another kid.
They're not risking
that might
anything.
raise suspicions. Any people looking.
That's a good explanation. That's good. Although hold on. Here's a fix. Don't bring them out into the open. Someone who is telepathic, keep them in the car. Windows blacked out, etc.
All their power levels are, except for Avery, are so low and not very like. They're not that useful, especially in like what you're saying is like a bloodhound capacity or something like that. And then even if they were, what are they going to do? Sit there and keep all the stuff they get out of these kids is through a lot of deprivation, drugs, beatings, and things like that. Where are they going to sit there in the car and like hold a gun to the kid's head and tell him,
everything you're saying, dude, is actually something they should have done. It would have upped the stakes and the drama.
Kyle, to push back on you, they don't have any kids to do it. All the kids are now in the back half. They don't have any fresh kids in the front, and most of the kids in the back half, they're numb in the mind. We see that with Shaw, right?
But that's the thing. Like they would have to like inject them with some adrenaline or some shit. They're desperate. That's what I'm talking about. That would make it.
But would they be willing to do that, or would they? The kids would be
if they want to live, like it's a life or death thing right now. So like, how drastic would they get to try to live through the thing?
Isn't there also a thing going on right now where they're still trying to keep a lid on it and wouldn't expose another kid to potential rescue what if they get in a gunfight with Tim and Tim accidentally clips the kid? It's not like he hasn't shot a kid before. What if something like that happens? What if the kid runs away? What if the kid?
But if they're playing,
these are all the conversations that should have happened in the writers' room.
Right? Exactly. No, I'll agree with that with Kyle, because at a certain point, if they're so desperate, it's like when do you push all your chips in? Kind of a thing. Like if you're playing poker, when you push all the chips in, I know this is a risky move, but if we don't get this thing solved, I'm dead. Kind of thing. So it's like
at this
just
point,
throw it all
they've
in
still
there.
got a pretty good handle on it with the fact that they have inside people. The kid is alone, injured, and tired, with the fact that Tim, although capable, is almost certainly alone. I think especially Sigsbee feels that they've still got and I think doesn't Stackhouse even have a line of dialogue that says that, or the doctor does to Stackhouse saying, I think we've got a pretty good lid on it right this second, or whatever. Like, I think they still feel like they're in the plus column, so to speak, and that they're not completely bollocksed up yet. So I don't know. I kind of got the impression. I mean, I don't know. If I was in their position, I definitely would not drag another kid out there. Oh, for sure. No way.
Yeah, but you're talking about what you would do, from a logical perspective. And also you're coming from a place that's not villainous. So
he doesn't know me very well, does he, Nadia?
Well, but if you like,
but what you're saying is your intention is not to harm a child,
and you think you have an imminent threat of your life being ended, kind of a thing. Like, what would you do? Like, maybe you would take some risky moves. Maybe you would do something that would not be logical because you're like, I'm going to die.
Kids would be that much of an athlete. I'd rather run them down with a couple of
gunmen
and operators.
But
I just don't think they'd be that useful.
You're fine. Mega brought up Georgie's still in the front half. I completely forgot about that character.
Yes, Georgie.
Also, how did we feel about Hendrickson saying that they should basically euthanize Avery because of his powers?
Yes.
Yeah.
Just use him like a battery.
Well,
he said he would prefer they liquidate him.
I honestly think for that situation, I'm not saying I would do that because that's a horrible, horrible thing, but he's realizing how big of a threat he is to them.
Yeah.
It's more powerful than they've ever dealt with before. And he's like, the negatives outweigh the positives out of this thing.
He's looking at from a practical standpoint.
And so I completely understand.
It's also a callback.
That's what I look at Newt as, a practical standpoint.
But Newt is nice and cuter.
Nadia,
that's so naughty.
But it's a callback to Firestarter, isn't it? Where Dr. Wenlis once he realizes how powerful Charlie is. It's
just like, yes, I understand all the benefits we might be able to get from it, but think about all the negatives. It's more powerful than we've ever dealt with before. And I think that's where he was going with it. Was just like,
What's up, Greg?
Hi, Greg.
Hey,
Greg.
I agree with you, Corey. I understand from the logic sense point. He's like, this is kids going to be a problem down the line. Might as well just, cut it. We're fine anyway. We've got kids we know what to do with. But with this kid, if we put him back there, he might explode everything, right? He's a ticking time bomb.
Right.
So I completely understand from it. But I thought it was interesting. I don't think it's in the book, though. I don't think they talk about, as they say, liquidate him.
I'll look back. I've been really busy, so I've not looked at the book this week, actually. But I'll go back and see if I can find something to that.
Unacceptable. You should know now.
From my memory, no, they don't. This is a completely different direction that they do.
So they don't have
how
anything in the book about that character being like a little too powerful.
No, they do talk about.
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
They talk about him being too powerful in the book, but this whole powering the whole back half, not a thing in the book, as far as I remember. Yeah.
Well, the episode ends with Tim, Luke, Wendy debating their next move at Wendy's house, unaware of Sigsbee's team closing in. They take Sigsbee and warns them that the upstairs will kill everyone to prevent a leak, emphasizing on the organization's ruthless reach. And it closes with a tense note with Luke and Tim's safety in jeopardy and Avery's fate uncertain. Dun, dun, dun. Any additional comments on this episode before we give final thoughts on the two?
I have a small wondering that I want to pose to Toxic. Hey, so Wendy asks, she takes her mic and says, "Mic check." That didn't ring true for me. I think she would have said comms check as a police officer.
She might, but I mean, there's also like
that's really nitpicking, Kyle.
I mean,
it just seems to indicate that once again they
from
don't
me.
know what they're.
You're surprised by that?
No, I'm not. Not at all.
No, I mean it's a legitimate question, certainly, but I mean it's one of those things where isn't she been established, especially in the book. I know they said this, but maybe they didn't say it as much in the show. But like she's kind of like supposed to be like a desk jockey. Like she's not really like. She may not know all the terminology. I mean, I constantly deal with this. It's funny you mention it because I deal with this every day at work because I give because the cell phone doesn't always work here in the hotel. And so I have these radios that I give to each one of the different businesses that's in the hotel. And like, I'll do a check with them. I'll be like, hey, the front desk security radio check. And they'll just be like, "Hi, James. What are you doing? Hi." They'll do something like that. And so I'm like, okay, cool. So it's working. Which button am I pushing? I'm like, okay, cool. So, I mean,
did you just leak your real name?
You're like, no, my code name is Condor.
I leaked the name that I go under. That's actually not my real name. Okay.
Oh, man of mystery.
Or maybe it is, and he's throwing us off the.
Double cross, crisscross.
All right, let's
I didn't like the fact that she said, "Kids tend to hide, not run," and I was like, "Yes, but he's not alone, so of course he's going to run. Like he's with someone who's running.
Adult. Yeah.
So that doesn't make any sense. Yes, you're not looking for a little kid that's alone. You're looking for a little kid with someone who's going to take him and run.
I could see that. Like he could have some influence of like, this is what we should do kind of a thing. But yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
Do you think Tim is overly protective of Luke because of his background with shooting the kid? That's
yes.
I mean, that's why
absolutely.
The hesitation of
100%.
That's the only thing that this show benefits
100%.
on above the source material is the fact that instead of shooting the ceiling and causing somebody to hurt their head and bonk their head, he actually killed a kid, and that brings more gravitas to the situation. It's like the missing scene that you didn't know about from Aliens, where you find out that Ripley's daughter died of old age while she was in cryosleep, hence why she goes after Newt so much. Oh geez, you're a monster.
You're a monster, Nadia monster.
Nadia's daycare is open for business.
Yeah, exactly.
Nadia's daycare. If you never want to see those little bastards again, just drop them off at Nadia.
I mean,
no, 100%. I'll say with that. I think that was his redemption. His
right.
Yeah.
if I save this kid,
Yep.
it'll make up for the things that I have done.
The one I shot, even if that was rightfully so, this was something that would be redeeming in his mind to do. And I think he's like falling really, really hard into believing him and helping him out. Not saying he shouldn't, but I think that's where he's leaning. So,
okay.
One thing that so 6B reveals that one of the precogs talked about how they saw North Korea sending missiles, right? Because the Secretary of Defense had a psychotic break, which is okay. Didn't explain that at all. Sure. Yeah. Psychotic break. And then they flew over Russia, and then Russia releases their warheads, etc. And it's like, well, then somebody help me with the geographics here. Isn't North Korea real far south from Russia? Why would it fly over Russia?
no, it'd be heading towards it. It'd be heading towards it.
Nitpicking again.
It'd be heading towards it.
Well, yeah, less nitpicking, but more and speaking in generalities. Her whole philosophy, even if we believe that she believes this stuff, which is, as Nadia pointed out, very ambiguous at this point. Like maybe originally she did, and she no longer. Let's assume she believes all this rah shit that she's saying. It's the trolley problem in philosophy. You know, the trolley problem it's a philosophical dilemma where you have a train that's got 2 tracks and there's train heading towards 4 people or 1 people. Which do you divert the train so it only hits the one because the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few, or what, you know, and it starts giving you variables like, well, what if one of those 4 people was actually a murderer, and what if one of them was a child molester, and what if one of them was going to die in a week anyways? Like, you know, like that trolley problem shit, it just doesn't work because it brings you. It always comes back to the same thing. One, the precognition, you know, the future is always fluid, so it doesn't matter anyway. Like for example, Nadia brought it up with, the dead zone. His precognitions are not 100%. Like he's seeing things a certain way, but they're askew to his point of view. So like he wound up stopping the assassination without actually assassinating the guy, or stopping the disaster without actually assassinating the guy. So it would have worked anyway, but he didn't see that version of it. So it's just like none of that stuff really, washes. You can't just go, well, I'll go back in time and kill baby Hitler and I'll stop World War II. Like it just doesn't work that way.
Or Russia can update its missile detection.
Yeah,
program.
they got to get better stuff. Come on. So that, but honestly, I was just leaning into that. We were talking about that just not like yesterday almost. It was Minority Report.
Oh, were you?
The movie Minority Report. Like,
We were
is that what you're just talking about right now?
Right
You know
before this.
No, but I mean that's a good that's a good
Yeah,
example.
but like
that's a good example.
But yeah, but it's like precogs that are like trying, and they're talking about people doing that right now with AI, trying to predict probabilities of actions and whether that truly would happen or not. And there's some situations in that movie where they have the thought of doing it, but then they pull back from it, but then they still get caught with it. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead. I'm done.
No, Bobby's just making me laugh because he thinks Kyle's AI.
Yeah, he's been going on about this.
I truly think he is, actually.
He's a good guy, though. He's like a good guy.
you ain't even real. You good guy, though.
Wait, okay. I just said something. No one responded to what I said.
Honestly, later I'll show you some AI stuff I dipped into, like to try to generate some stuff, and it is hilarious. So
I mean, to be fair, Kyle, you do kind of look like what a couple gay scientists would build in a lab. You know?
Yep, there you go. Max Headroom right there. If you're old enough to know what that is.
A great movie that is discussed if for saving is The Last Supper, 1995. Well, I mean, that's Jesus. Come on, Megan. Like, I assume I'm not. All right. Oh wait, he's been counting fingers. So mess that up.
How far are we off track?
We're way off track. Rachel,
We're about 44 minutes off track.
Rachel, final thoughts on the episode.
If it's less than 45 minutes, I don't think it's going to do any justice.
We're supposed to do 4 hours.
No.
They're talking about
Rachel,
the length of the episode.
Final thoughts.
Oh,
Rachel,
I'm sorry. I thought you meant the
episode.
stream. The stream's got supposed to be 4 hours.
Corey, now you're not going to
If
be
it's less
invited
than
back.
45 minutes, I don't think it's going to do any
Mm-mm.
justice to the book. I'm interested to see how quickly and fast would they wrap up. If there's an epilogue, I'm
Same.
I'm not being sarcastic, but there's just one more.
There's just one more.
Yeah.
I'm very curious how they're
That's
gonna.
what penultimate means.
Yep.
Mhm.
The
Okay.
episode before the final.
Sin, final thoughts on the 2 episodes.
They're okay.
Meh.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Toxic.
I mean, it's like 6 was
Thanks
meh.
for your input, Sin.
Yeah. Sin.
I mean, I feel like I've talked so much about this already, more than I really needed to. or
Sorry,
ever
I just got to
intended.
poke you. I got to poke you a little bit. I
I
love
mean-
you. I love you. I got to give you some sarcasm.
Sometimes I have no more words.
Meh.
It's just
Toxic.
I mean,
final thoughts.
I agree. 6 was meh. 7 was better. Like Nadia said, it's the best one so far. But I mean, it has a lot of problems. So I just don't see how they're gonna. I mean, I don't see how they're gonna. And if they do something like diverge from the ending in the book, which they probably will, then it's really I just can't even picture what they're gonna do at this point. So because there's no way. I agree. I don't think there's any way they're gonna go with the book ending.
No.
So
They're not gonna
if it's
do
not
quick
gonna
question.
be,
Toxic. Did you
Yeah.
watch the trailer for the show?
no.
Well,
I didn't.
Watch the trailer.
Okay, I'll watch the trailer.
Is that-
Trailers can be misleading, is the thing.
I was gonna
so-
say, will that spoil it for him, or should he just watch the?
I would've
Oh no,
watched
he's
the
read the
trailer.
book.
I've read the book.
I know, but like
Yeah.
the show might go different than the book.
and I think it will. This is like when me and Blue Collar did Reacher, and he'd be like, "Well, what's going to happen?" And I'm like, "Dude, I don't know," because they're skewing away from the source material. So if they do that, then reading the book doesn't matter. Then you just go, "Oh, well, they didn't do that in the book." So I mean,
Yeah, you're right.
waka waka waka.
Kyle, final thoughts.
I've only got to work on the blink time. Chewing is slightly off, but damn.
Why'd you ask me when I was eating food?
Yeah, I gotta wait for my
Bobby.
update.
give me a minute.
Rebooting,
charge.
buffering.
Well, 6B tries to guilt trip Tim into thinking that it's comparable when he shot the kid in the mall, but I thought that over and I thought, well, okay, so he was trying to protect innocent people in that situation, not harm any innocent people. That is the opposite of what the Institute is doing. They're actually compromising and involving people that are not consenting to all of this, and they're harming them. So he should have just thought about that for a second. Probably the scene afterwards, like, actually, no, I don't feel any guilt about that because it's not that is not comparable at all. So fuck off, Sigsby.
Okay. Corey, final thoughts.
I hate the show. I wish I never watched the thing.
There he is.
No, I'm
Welcome, Corey. Welcome.
yeah,
We were
exactly.
wondering when you're gonna wake up.
Come on.
Let the heat flow through you, Corey.
Yeah, no, definitely not saying it's perfect, but I'm still enjoying it. I will agree. 7 upped it. I'm really intrigued how they're gonna round this one out. So, but I will also say, and I know I've said this many times before, I have the audiobook lined up, ready to go on my phone. And as soon as we get to, I don't want to get into that until we get done with the series, because I don't want to mix the two, but I'm really excited to jump into that one. From everything you all have been saying, if I've even enjoyed this a little bit with the series, I'm really excited to hear the audiobook of it. So
Very cool. My final thoughts is I'm sorry to my panel that I've been making you suffer for so long throughout all of these episodes. 7 was definitely the best episode of the series, but
I agree.
it's a low bar that they're tripping over. So take it as you will. I would recommend the book. The book is a fun read. I would not recommend the series. Not even a bit. Not even a bit. I don't think they're going to do the ending of the book, Toxic, because I don't think they're willing to be that brash
I don't
about
think
it. You know what I mean?
I don't think they're willing.
Yeah,
to go
I don't
there.
think it's gonna happen. No. I think it's gonna be sunshine and puppies and rainbows. So we will see to that point. So just a reminder to everybody, thank you, chat, everybody who watches on replay. We will be back on September 4th for the finale. We don't have a show next week. We're gonna be some of us going to be over on Paul's channel for Thirsty Thursdays. With all of that, Rachel, what do you got going on next?
I will be here tomorrow for Stranger Things. And then after that, I have wrapped up Revival. I'm going to put a video together. It's a great show. Do a review on that. And I'm planning for my first live stream. I haven't figured out what date yet. I'm still doing all of that stuff, but with wonderful help from wonderful people, I'll get that on board. So I'm looking forward to some cool stuff.
That's awesome to hear.
I'm excited.
It's a big step to do that. That's awesome. I love hearing that.
It's so petrifying in the beginning.
Yeah, but you'll be great.
I still get
you'll
a little scared. Yeah,
you'll be great.
I still mess up stuff, so you'll be fine.
I messed up all. Nadia, tell her about how I messed up.
I wasn't gonna say anything, Corey. I wasn't gonna say anything, Corey.
I had cameras not working and crap, and like
I wasn't gonna say anything, Corey.
I remember those times.
Oh gosh, it will happen no matter what, but don't let that phase you. Just it happens to everybody, whether you've done it for a day or like 10 years. Like that stuff pops up. So just if you have fun doing it, just do it. And there's bumps in the road, but just you'll get over it. No, don't worry about that.
Thanks.
Yeah, make sure you have a lot of talkative people
Yeah, get Kyle on there.
Yeah.
Get Kyle on
Kyle,
there.
you can upload him to any stream. I promise you.
I know. He was such a fast download too. It was amazing.
Yeah. Sin, what do you got going on next?
What do I have going on? I'm trying to decide if I want to do a review for Eden or not, and maybe another one.
Sin, I did watch the mystery movie, and it made me want to watch Eden. So
everyone go watch Sin and Deleted Scenes. That made me want to watch Eden.
Oh, wait. So you said you watched the mystery movie?
I watched the live stream that you guys.
Oh, the
did,
live stream.
Yeah,
okay, I thought you meant you. So I'm fascinated by the real life story of I'd never heard it before, and knowing more about it, I think has helped a little bit with my appreciation for the movie. I just haven't decided whether I want to do a full-on review. I feel like maybe I will, and then also I'm debating the same thing for Highest to Lowest. Don't know. That's a Denzel Washington Spike Lee movie I saw the other day. But Sunday, I'm going to be on Los Cinematicos. We're going to be talking about our favorites and worsts so far for the year. And then obviously Tuesday night, I'll be back here talking about horror movies that I've seen in August.
Good and bad. Remember, add good and bad.
Yes, I have made a list. I've made sure to make a list. Yes.
Toxic, what you got going on next?
Tomorrow night with you for Stranger Things episode 3 of season 4, I believe.
Yes.
And Sunday we're back doing me, Toonie Boy, Northern English Bastard, and Critter. Going to talk about Buffy season 3, Lover's Walk, and The Wish.
Very cool. Kyle?
I just released an epic franchise retrospective live stream on the Superman, the movies featuring the character. If you haven't seen it, don't miss out on that because it's an epic one. We go about 4.5 hours, so it's a good listen and a watch because I added some cutaway clips that are pretty fun. A little inspiration from you, Nadia, actually, the cutaway clips. Yeah. And then also released an impromptu view fireside chat on Godfather 3. Yeah, and they're both available right now for viewing and listening pleasure.
Everybody's links will be in the description below, so please do sub to everybody on the panel, especially Corey. What you got going on next?
I got next week, I'm going to be over on Box Office Brawlers channel. We're going to be talking about 2001 A Space Odyssey. It's going to be a first-time watch for both of us, believe it or not.
I've seen it. I don't know how I've seen it before you. Okay.
Well, yeah, you got it before me. So we're both going to watch that one and talk about it. Wednesday, I'm going to be over on Our Life in Horror. We're going to be talking about Reign of Fire.
Nice.
Ooh, I love that movie.
Is it sci-fi? Is it horror? Both? Whatever. We were going to talk about it. We're going to check it all out. So it's going to be kind of fun to revisit that one. And then Thursday, No, we're not Thursday here, are we?
No, we're not back next week. We're back on the 4th.
Okay. Netters Network that night. I'll be over there on her channel and hanging out and talking. And other than that, I don't know. We'll figure it out as we go. But that's what I got.
I love Matthew McConaughey in that movie, and he needs to come. He has talked about how much he loved playing that role. He got to shave his head, and his receding hairline was coming in. He was really excited and relieved to be able to play a role. We didn't have to worry about his hair and all that stuff. Eventually, he took care of his hair somehow, but but he's talked about how much he loved it, and I'm a big supporter for him coming back. I don't give a fuck how they do it, but if they did a sequel, they should bring that character back. It would be amazing. Yeah,
there would have to be a prequel because.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. If they bring him back, that's what I'm saying. Right? Love his performance in that. He was
good in there.
He's like an animal.
Just
get out of my way, Queen.
I love that movie. You can almost list it under fantasy too, with the theme.
There's a bunch of different categories you could throw that movie under. So that's going to be some of what we're talking about with that one. Some of the fun. How do you categorize a movie sometimes, and how many different?
Don't get me started.
Oh my goodness, we're gonna get all over it. See, I want you in there. Get your good guys jersey on and come in there and tell us what's what.
What is horror?
Nadia?
What is a horror movie?
What is horror?
I've been traumatized by that question for the last couple of weeks in my channel.
I've heard.
And you'll have people yell at you about it too. So,
thank you to my panel. You guys have been awesome. This has been just fun, just talking to you guys, just hanging out with you. Chat, you guys have been awesome as well. If you're watching this on the replay, please leave me a comment. Let me know if you're watching the Institute or you're just watching us. Oh, that's a good point. I need to look at the poll, see where we're at on that one.
You have had a great chat tonight. I'll say that. You've had a lot of great people in here jumping in and saying, hey.
Everybody's great. But, I've never had an issue, knock on wood, with anybody in my chat for anything.
Oh, you had a great chat.
So out of 22 votes, I rather watch y'all. 73%. So.
So they can't even commiserate with us. They just watching us go through these different phases of misery we're going through.
Yep. Tomorrow I'm going to be on Film Comics Explained talking about Terminator, the first one, and then we'll be back here for Stranger Things. By the way, Terminator 1 is better than 2. I don't care what.
Don't know about that, but I respect. I respect the opinion of that because before Terminator 2, The Terminator was my favorite movie of all time.
Terminator 2 is just my pet Terminator, and I sold from good one. I agree with it. Anyway,
blasphemy! Oh my god.
We're back next Tuesday, Final Girls, talking about the month watch, what we're looking forward to next week, next month, and then Thursday no show. Some of us will be on Paul's, and then Friday we're back for Stranger Things. We might be back for Stranger Things. I got to talk to one of our panelists. Either way, just follow the channel, follow everybody on this panel as well, all socials and stuff. You'll see when I go live, and then I might play some Alien Isolation this weekend, maybe. We'll see.
Great game, by the way.
I'm up for it.
It's a great.
It is. It's terrifying.
No doubt. That's a great horror game.
It's terrifying. Yeah. I have to have my husband help me through some.
That's a game that made me jump. That game made me jump as I played it. I'll say that.
I can't. It's what I think is worse because so far where I'm at, the Working Joes are worse than the Xenomorphs right now. Trying to get around them. So yeah, it is. I recommend it. I think it's what Alien Earth.
It's a great game.
But we're here now.
It'll make it jump.
Quite a few times. All right, guys. Thank you, guys. Have a good night, everybody. And as always, stay spooky, y'all. Bye.